Sathya Sai Speaks, Volume 14, Chapter 14. Happy Birthday. The same divine compassion that blessed Dhruva, saved Gajendra, restored Kuchala, and stood by Prahlada has come to the earth as the refuge of the refugee-less, as the Lord of peace, harmony, and righteousness, as the Lord of all the worlds, as the Sat Chit Ananda Murti, as the Puttaparthi Sathya Sai, Sat Chakravarti, the King of Kings. How fascinating is the face of the baby resting in the lap of the mother. It has no fears in its eyes. It has joy on its lips. It is full of peace. It is unaffected by those evil forces, envy, greed, anger, and hatred that rob man of his peace and joy. It has no egoistic desire, no anxiety to impress others or to show off. It has no plans for the future, no regard for the past. Its faith in the love and strength of the mother is so unshakable that even if the sky were to collapse and fall, its calmness would not be disturbed. Why is it that when the baby grows into adolescence and manhood, this calmness and this joy disappear, giving place to fear, anxiety, and hatred? The reason is to be found in the overpowering effect of the senses and their clamor for being catered to. Again, man today tends to see only the many. He casts aside the vision of the one and encounters as a result competition and conflict, disappointment and despair. Devotees seek the path that is popular. As the child gathers more information and experience and becomes more comprehending, it sees the world as a battlefield of opposing forces and armies, where it needs to struggle for victory by devious means. Each head has its own thoughts. Says the Shruti, Munde Munde Mati Binna. No two agree, differences breed disputes. And finally, life becomes an arena where ego fights ego. The situation is as bad as in the medical field, where specialists, each trained to diagnose and treat only one organ, the eye, the nose, the throat, the stomach, the liver, the heart, the skin, and so forth, often forget that all these are unified in the single organism called the body. It is neither wise nor fruitful to study them as if they were separate and unrelated parts. The universe, the individual, and the Paramatma all are inseparably unified. Scientists parade the little peeps they have of the universe as big victories. Even the technology that science has encouraged so far is fraught with danger to mankind. It cuts up the cosmos and the force behind it, dissecting them into minute parts, and thereby presents a false picture of reality. Devotees are also caught in this game of seeing many where there is only one. They seek the path that is popular, that will bring them fame, rather than the path that can ensure liberation and illumination. They place their own idea of God in the forefront and fight for precedence and support. The Vedic Sutra, Vedic dictum, Eko Ham Bahusyam, I am one, I shall be many, is ignored. It is the one that pretends to be many, so one has to feel the impact of the one rather than of the many while moving in the world. Faith is very essential for the pilgrim of the Adhyatmic spiritual path. Man is now caught up in temporary and trivial preoccupations in the too short interval between birth and death, and he deceives himself by placing faith in these rather than on truer and more lasting realities and experiences. He does not hold on to discrimination and deeper realities and is carried away by every gust of doubt or disappointment. Man has lost the capacity of faith. The baby is calm and unaffected on the lap of the mother since it has faith in the mother. The mother points out to someone as its father, to another as its grandpa, to another as its sister or brother, and the child accepts these statements without question. The mother creates the faith in the father for the child. So too, Mother Nature proclaims that there is a Father who has designed and who is energizing and motivating these worlds. Man, however, does not accept this, for he has lost the capacity of faith. Faith is the basis of every act. You do not run away from the barber because he is armed with a sharp razor. You place faith in him, and you allow him to cut your hair, quietly submitting to his idiosyncrasies. You give away costly clothes to the dhobi, laundryman, since you have faith that he will return them washed and ironed. You have faith in the driver of your car, in the engineer who built your house, and so too, you should believe in the inner motivator, the Atman within, the voice of God. Believe in the experience of ancient sages. People are going about now advising that one should believe only things that one has seen and experienced. Something happens somewhere and the news is published in the papers. It is believed without question. So too, believe in the experience of seers and sages who had no other purpose than discovering the truth and sharing it with others who were unaware of it. In India, we have had millions who believed in God and in the seekers after God, and who have themselves realized the truth of God. This has made their lives happy and contented. Of course, the seeker has to encounter many obstacles, both inner and outer, but each one of them is a challenge which will bring out his latent faith. Where there is no darkness, there can be no appreciation for light. Without the pangs of hunger, no one will seek food. It is the possibility of death that makes the mother most carefully nurse her sick child. That is the reason why one saint advised his followers, "Do not ask God for anything. Let him deal with you as he wills." Did Jatayu ask that Rama should come to him and perform the last rites? Did Shabari plead with Rama? Earn the qualifications: holiness, purity, faith, universal love. Then he will approach you on foot to console, comfort, and save. Purity of heart and mastery over the senses. If you have these two credentials, grace is your right. Imagining that bliss is available in the outer world, men stray away from the inner path, and they are caught up in misery. They seek it in the family, the wife and children, and to keep up a standard of living for them, take to evil ways. The fundamental flaw is their belief that the body is the be-all and the end-all of existence. They ignore the indweller who has to be recognized, revered, and responded to. Become aware of the unity of mankind. The avatar, divine incarnation, is the Atma Shakti, power of the Supreme Soul, that has to put on the raiment of Kriya Shakti and Yoga Shakti, power of action and power of divine communion. Generally, the process of incarnation is described as a coming down from a higher status to a lower one. But no, when the baby in the cradle weeps, wails, and clamors for help, the mother stoops and takes it up in her arms. Her stoop is not to be described as a coming down. If you earn the necessary credentials, the incarnation will come and save you. If, on the other hand, you multiply your demerits and descend lower and lower, how can you be saved? Have love and Ananda, divine bliss, in your heart. Ananda comes from pure sight, pure hearing, pure speech, and pure actions. The day you establish yourselves in this Ananda, that day will be my birthday for you. I must tell you another fact. Swami's birthday is being celebrated at Puttaparthi because so many thousands come here from far off places in spite of the expense and great difficulty during the journey. Do not be under the impression that because it is Swami's birthday, therefore you must come. I have no desire to have my birthday celebrated. Such trivial thoughts can never enter me. My only desire is to share my Ananda with you, to encourage you to lead lives full of Ananda. My birthday is when you get Ananda. My mission is Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all the worlds be happy and prosperous. Become aware of the unity of mankind. Promote through love and service the joy and contentment of everyone on earth, and fill your hearts with that yearning. Then verily your heart itself becomes the Sai Mandir, temple. From that moment, I am wherever you are. Since this morning, many people have greeted me happy birthday. No one need wish for happiness for me, since I am always happy, everywhere. For Ananda Swarupa, embodiment of divine bliss, why talk of happy birthday? You too must ever be happy and not wait for the birthday to recur every year to accumulate Ananda. Prashanti Nilayam, November 23rd, 1978. Know that Sai love is the love of 1,000 mothers. Naturally, you will find it impossible to gauge the intensity of my love. And understand this. If you place yourselves outside that love, you place yourselves outside the love of all mankind. Mine is love that is pure, free, selfless, and unconditional. It is a great good fortune to receive such love. Sri Sathya Sai Baba.